for all Black people, then we should be able to say, since there is gunpowder on 2 people's hands, what we should not do. This is forget the gunpowder thing. I already said that. But what we should not do is even try to maneuver the idea that fragments didn't hit her foot just because the hospital may have lost the few pieces. That to me is where I can't, at that point, I can't go any further. I can't go any further. Because the surgeon, I do not believe, not even for 1 second, am I willing to sit here and agree that it's possible that the surgeon made up that he took bullet fragments out of her feet. I'm not willing to do that. That's where, at that point, if anybody wants to try to tell me anything other than that, that's where I start to feel like they have other motives at that point. Because the woman has bullet fragments. The fact that the hospital lost the fragments, that's on them. That's not on her. She's got fragments in her foot.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know why it's important to somebody like me that possibility exists? It's because I'm thinking of it coming from the standpoint of being somebody working like it's a criminal justice situation. It is. So I have a criminal justice mind. So for me, babe, I've seen 101 times where a fucking doctor lied. Somebody falsified a report to go along with. We're not talking about Sally and Billy from up the street.
Okay.
We're
okay, babe. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I, you know, all of us have our things that we just can't do, and I cannot have a conversation that the woman was possibly not shot. That's something I refuse. I refuse to get into that. She was shot. Bottom line. Who shot her is a different conversation, but we can't say we love all Black people. We can't say that we love all Black people and not be willing to admit, because by the way, it's not just that the surgeon says there were fragments in her feet that he removed or she removed, but then also there's a hot to the touch gun, and there's gunpowder on people's hands. So it's likely that she was shot. And I'm unwilling
about any other possibilities.
I'm not willing to go with other possibilities.
Introduce glass. Don't be mad.
I'm not willing to go with other possibilities. I'm not willing to do that.
Other possibilities.
I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to no. So I'm telling you flat out, no. I am not willing to go with other possibilities that she was not shot. I'm only willing to go with one thing. The surgeon says there was fragments in her foot. A gun was fired. It was hot. And there is gun residue on 2 people's hands. That's the only thing. That's it. That's the full stop for me. Now, if you want to say that you read this and you did this and you feel this and there's this theory and that theory and this and that, and they slept together and then this one was mad and that happened and she lied over here and there and the third. You could do that all day long. I respect that if that's what you want to do. But I am unwilling in any way, shape, or form to entertain the idea that she was not shot and that there is not a hot gun with residue on 2 people's hands. That I'm not willing to do.
If you're done now, then cool. But we've been doing that because, like I said, Tamika, we don't.
So that's it then. We on the same page, because that's all I've said. I never said who did it. I said several times for the last hour and some change that I've been on this live that we do not know. So she's a liar. That's fine. But now we're saying she's a liar. The surgeon is a liar. The cops are the liars.
Was a liar.
The cops are the liars. Kelsey is a liar. Kelsey's a liar. The cops are liars. The Meg is a liar. The surgeon is a liar.
Who knows?
And Tory, who even says in a message that it's not true that Chelsea shot her or Kelsey shot her. He's a liar too. Everybody's a liar. Everybody's a liar. But the thing that is not a lie is the black and white paper that says there's gun residue on 2 people's hands.
Did they test Megan for gunshot residue?
Who?
Did they test Megan for gunshot residue?
I don't know.
So
Did
it could be gunshot residue on her hand too.
Okay, so she shot herself.
I didn't tell you that. I asked
So
you.
so again, still
gunshot residue on her hand since that show.
But let's just say she did. So then that means that they have to be able to prove that she shot the gun down to the ground. Like, let's just stop playing around.
No, let us stop playing around.
Let's stop playing, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening, is that people are trying to manipulate. It don't need to be manipulated. There's residue on 2 people's hands.
Could be 3.
So therefore, there could be the scenario could be either way. That's it.
But
it's residue on 2 people's hands.
You keep on implying things that would lead one to believe it's a particular person when you don't know what all has been ruled out. You don't.
So when I just said that there's residue on 2 people's hands,
3. You don't know if Megan was even tested.
Oh, okay, Millie, sweetie, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, but
I do not.
When you started off saying that it's possible she wasn't even shot, and now the surgeon's a liar, maybe, and all of this and that, it already lets me know where you stand. I appreciate the conversation, and God bless you. Go in peace, and we'll see how it all plays out. But we're not going to change the facts. That's not going to happen.
Who's getting wrong information but you?